Yeah, that's right. I'm back. I know it's been a minute since my last upload, but more about why I left a little bit later. Anyways, enjoy the video. So the new consecutive win event has been released like last week, and I'm just starting it now because why not? Now, to actually beat the event, the best strategy, as we all know, is to use Celebi EX and Superior. If you use any other strategy, you probably might win as well too, but it's not going to be as reliable, and just in my personal opinion. So hopefully this video can add some insight on what you can do to also get those 5 wins if you haven't already, and enjoy. We're starting with my third game here because the other first two weren't that entertaining, with the first one just being a concede on like the second turn, and then the third one being a pretty easy sweep. My opponent goes first, leading with a Pokeball into a Farfetch'd on his bench. I return fire with my own Pokeball, this time into a Snivy. And I kind of make a misplay on not playing my Celebi EX, but more on that later. On his next turn, he doesn't do anything except attach an energy. So on my turn, I go ahead and play my Celebi EX on the bench. This is for in case a Sabrina comes along, I can switch in my Celebi to tank hits instead of my Snivy. Now here the game trolls me, and I actually flip 2 tails on the blooming onion thing, so I only hit for 0. But my initial advantage turned into a disadvantage because he ends up flipping 1 heads on his blooming onion and hits me for 50. Luckily though, on my next turn I do draw into an Erica, allowing me to heal up right back to full health. And I also managed to flip 1 heads on my coin flips, allowing me to hit for 50, putting me ahead in damage. My opponent responds with not 1, but 2 potions, putting him up to 120, but I'm still up 10 damage. And since I'm the best Pokemon player ever, he gets intimidated by me and flips 3 tails, allowing me to stay up in damage. On my next turn, I go for the Professor's Research, drawing into an X Speed and a Servine. Then I go for the Evolution on my Snivy, and I'm able to attack this time with 4 energy, this time getting lucky and being able to flip 3 heads, which is enough to char the blooming onion and send it right back to the ground where it came from. On his next turn, he plays his 2-star Celebi on the bench, and now I'm looking at it, he plays a Sabrina, which is why I played my Celebi EX earlier, allowing me to have a free switch and just, sacrifice because I don't really need it. He goes for the Leaf Slap, but it's pointless because on the next turn, I just go for an X Speed back into my regular Celebi, and all it takes is 2 more heads to absolutely annihilate the Farfetch'd and win me the game, bringing me 1 win closer to absolutely being the best Pokemon player to exist within a 5-foot radius. Jumping into my fourth game here, I end up going first, which is great. So I start with my Celebi EX and a Pokeball to get into my Snivy. I go for Professor's Research to get my hand up with Snivy and a Pokeball. I just play the Pokeball even though I have all 4 of my basics. My opponent starts the game by going for a Professor's Research and a Pokeball of his own, and attacks for 40 using Farfetch'd. I respond back by going for my own Professor's Research, again going into a Potion and an X Speed. Notice here how I attach an energy to the Celebi on my bench because it doesn't have any damage counters on it. Now, if I did have no damage, I would probably still attach it because I can use the Celebi, the active spot, as a shield, which is, pretty helpful. Now, my opponent's pretty smart, goes for Professor's Research and a Pokédex. My opponent goes for a red card, which is pretty bad because I was relying on the X speed in my hand to, retreat. I draw into a Potion, a Sabrina, and a Servine. My opponent finishes with attacking for 40 with Farfetch'd. I start my turn with an Evo and go for another energy on my Celebi on the bench. My Celebi Meat Shield takes another 40 attack from the Farfetch'd, but now I'm able to put my Master Plan in action. I go for an energy and a retreat on my Celebi into, my other Celebi, and then I go for an evolution on my Servine, getting me the 2 extra energy that I need, allowing me to do for Sabrina a really risky play to try to get into his EX or for 2 points. Ends up just sending in his Voltorb, but I'm still able to KO it using Celebi, This gives me the first point on the board. Now my opponent tries to go for a Sabrina play, probably into my Celebi EX, but because I'm unpredictable and the best Pokemon player ever, I go for my Superior because I know I can retreat it next turn. So instead my opponent goes for an X Speed into his Farfetch'd and hits me again for 40. The Superior's ability, I'm actually able to retreat it using only 1 energy instead of 2, and then I bring in my Celebi and use a potion to heal on my Superior a little bit, and then I absolutely annihilate, destroy, utterly kill this little duck that's in front of me, and it is absolutely gone, giving me the second point on the board. He evolves into Jolteon, which is a little bit scary because if he flips all 4 heads, then he can absolutely one-shot my Celebi. And he flips the first 3 as heads, and I'm a little bit scared, but the last one is tails. This leaves Celebi with a pretty big dent in the head, but I'm able to heal up using Erica and attach an energy. And all I need is 2 heads to win the game, and I get those 2 heads on the first 2 coin flips, and the rest of the coin flips doesn't matter because I hit back for 100, killing the Jolteon, giving me the last point, and winning me the game, bringing me 1 step closer to the little badge in the mobile game that probably won't matter in 10 years. So, I actually ended up losing the footage of, my 5th and last game, so, here's a dramatic recreation. So, I come out with my Celebi, right? Superior's in the back, giving me the double energies I need. So, right, I'm playing up against a Weezing Scolipede poison deck, right? So, I got Celebi right here, got Superior in the back, giving me the energy, right? He brings in the Weezing, tries to poison. He does poison, but I have my second Celebi, right here on the bench as well, right? So he goes for the poison. I get poisoned. I just swap in this one right here. Just swap it in this one right here. KO the Weezing. The Weezing dies. Get out of here. He's trash. He gets deleted. The Scoliped's right here. I don't have poisons. He just hits me for 70, but I have enough to kill him. And then he gets also deleted, and I win the game, giving me, get this, boom, the emblem. And yeah, that's exactly how it went, word for word, play for play. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. So this is future Deacon from the future, as all things happen sometime later, hopefully in time. I actually didn't record the fifth game on accident, totally, but I actually did get the emblem, as you can see right here. So yeah, probably had like a dramatic recreation that you probably just watched. Hopefully that was, okay, not too bad. Anyways, here's the proof, and yeah, that's the video. Now, I just want to touch on a little bit why I left. I just didn't find enough content in the game to keep on making videos that were entertaining, for me to make, as well as, being entertaining for you, the viewer, hopefully. I know the views were there, especially on my last video, but like, yeah, I like doing challenges, just having fun with the game, and I feel like there is now enough content for me to do that, so, yeah, covering events, hopefully you do enjoy this type of content. If you do, thank you for the 25 subscribers who stuck around for a whole month of me not uploading. Thank you. You guys are great, I assume. Anyways, yeah, if you like this content, like it, subscribe. It really does help push out the video to the algorithm. Leave a comment down below too, and have a great 2025. There's hopefully a lot of great things planned for all of us.